tuatahi, ki te whare e tūnei, ki te papa ki waho, tēnā kōrua. Tuarua, ki te atua i runga rawa, tēnā koe. Tuatoru, ki ngā mate, haere, haere, haere. Ki ngā tangata whenua o Manawatū, tēnā koutou. Ki ngā tangata katoa, ko hui mai nei i tēnei pō, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Kia ora everyone. First of all, I acknowledge the whare that we are in, and may it be stable and strong, and the land that we are all standing on. These things bind us together for this occasion. I also acknowledge atua, the unseen, those forces that guide us and keep us safe. I acknowledge those who have passed on, the loved ones that we've lost, and wish them well on their journey. I acknowledge the tangata whenua of Manawatū, who have made us feel welcome here. And I've acknowledged all of you that have joined us tonight for this very special occasion to celebrate excellence and achievement in the business school. So welcome, nau mai haere mai, and may you have a lovely evening. And I'd just like to hand it over to Eugene Hepi from Te Rau Tawhawhi to do a karakia.
Tēnā tātou. Me ingoe tātou, bow heads, let's pray. Pakataka te au ki te uru, pakataka te au ki te tonga, kia mākina kina ki ta, kia mātaratara ki tai, e he ake ana te atākura, e teo, e huka, e hauhu, turuturu whakamau a kia tēnā, tēnā, aume, uie, tai ki.
Good evening everyone. I'm Elizabeth Gray and I'm the Director of Teaching and Learning for the Massey Business School, and I'd like to extend thanks to Dr. Wharakama for the mihi and Eugene Hepi for the karakia to welcome us this evening. I would like on my own behalf to say a very warm personal welcome. We have much to celebrate tonight. The achievements of these excellent students, the wonderful support of the whānau and the sponsors who are here, and outstanding partners for the Massey Business School. But I feel that we have other reasons to celebrate as well. The fact that we are here together this evening after the disruptions and the dislocations of this most unusual year makes it feel like a party. I'm delighted to be here. It's a pleasure and a privilege to spend the next hour or so with you, and I hope that this evening is a very enjoyable one for everyone here. Just a few housekeeping matters to begin. Through the foyer in which you entered, the bathrooms, should you need them, are on the far side. If there is an emergency of a fire or earthquake nature, we evacuate through the foyer and out the nearest doors. Can I please ask you, if you have not already done so, to turn off any mobile devices that you may have on you? One surreptitiously reaches into a pocket and pretends that they've done it already. And one other note, please, particularly to those of you who are going to be standing up and receiving awards tonight. This wonderful lecture theatre gives everyone a superb view of proceedings. Unfortunately, the seats flip, and the seats flip quite loudly and distractingly. So if you could just take care upon arising and sitting down again, that the seat doesn't cause cacophony for everyone else. That will be much appreciated. Thank you. The way we will proceed, award winners, is that I will be calling you up in groups, and you'll come here and gather somewhat to my left, and then individually we will acknowledge you, and you'll walk across to receive your award, and you will be photographed. So please look directly at the camera and your wonderful photographer, who will let you know when an image has been taken. So images and the recording of this evening, and I greet those who are joining us online as well. The recordings and ultimately the photographs will be available online, and we may also use some of those photographs and future promotional materials, and that is because we are proud of you. So please be aware of that. Tonight is the second of 4 awards ceremonies for the Massey Business School, and we recognise that not all award winners can actually attend an in-person awards evening. We're delighted that you can, but we acknowledge the efforts of those other winners who can't be with us tonight as well. That's enough housekeeping. I would now like to introduce Professor Stephen Kelly, who is the Pro Vice-Chancellor of the Massey Business School, who will offer a welcome.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming tonight. To the people who are about to receive a prize, congratulations. We'll explain a little bit later what it means to be a Dean Scholar or receive a prize here tonight. These are great events, and I'm very pleased that we are able to gather, as you said, Elizabeth. Didn't really think we'd be able to do that 2 or 3 months ago. So to be here is a fantastic thing. I want to start off also by thanking our business partners. We have a number of people here tonight. And the business partners and sponsors include, and I'll read them out, Fuji Xerox, Cengage, PINZ, CAANZ, Cooper Rapley Lawyers, Campus Books, and the Estate of Taxation Planning. I think that's you, Lindsay. I didn't know that. I was reading through it, had your name next to it. No.
I think I'm presenting the prize.
There you go. I was confused by that. I should have asked you before we started. I'm thinking, what's Lindsay doing now? It's been a really tough year, as was alluded to. And one of the wonderful outcomes for us as a university is that our students in semester 1, when they were forced to move online, when we disrupted their semester by pushing it back 3 or 4 weeks, when we changed the way that we were doing assessment, when we changed the way we were doing exams, actually performed as well or better in semester 1 than they normally do. And I think that says a lot about our students, their commitment to their studies, and their resilience during what was a particularly difficult period. The other thing it does, however, is point to our staff, because our staff went out of their way to do much more than was required to look after students during that period of time. So in week 2 or 3 of semester, I can't quite remember what it was, we said to all of our staff, okay, we're going to move everything online. For everything that was face-to-face, it's now online. For everything that's online, it's now here as well. We then took it a step further, and a couple of days later said everybody out. We sent them all home. And in that disruption, they continued to look after their students, even though their own life had been turned upside down. So for the staff who are here tonight, I just want to reiterate how grateful I'm sure our students are, but how the entire university community should be for the extra effort that people put into this very unusual time indeed. Fortunately, for Massey, we did better in a whole range of ways than perhaps others in the country. First up, we are the largest online tertiary education provider in the country by a long, long way. Massey Business School has roughly 80% market share for online delivery. So we had a large skill set which we could draw on, and we were very fortunate to have that. But even in the midst of that, and our students doing what they had to here, we did end up with several hundred students who were studying offshore. So not only were we dealing with our students locally, with all the challenges that they were facing, but a large number of students who couldn't even get back into the country. And the way we had to engage with those students, and the fact that our staff once again did a whole range of additional things to deal with these students was remarkable. A large number of those students were in China. So the firewall issues in China sometimes makes delivery electronically difficult. And our staff found a whole range of different ways to engage to make sure that students keep getting the material they needed to do their work. And the Massey Business School, the group that you're about to get your award from, sometimes hides its light under that doesn't show itself up as it should. So if you look at who you're getting your award from, there's a few things I'd like you to know. Massey Business School is in the top 2% of business schools worldwide, in the top 250 business schools. And in some of our subject areas, for example, in economics and business, we're in the top 250. In accountancy and finance, we're in the top 200. and in communication we're in the top 150 in the world. For a university at the bottom or the top of the world, depending on which way you want to look at it, that's a pretty good effort. And once again it points to the quality of the academic staff we engage with and the amount of effort they put into their work. If you think about it in the New Zealand context, we're actually ranked #1 in New Zealand for communication, business administration and finance. Now if you ask most people, what's the #1 business school in New Zealand? They'll talk about that other university in Auckland. We do better than them in a whole range of different ways. And we don't tell people that enough. And that is something you should be aware of, and it's something you should be very proud of as alumni and you go out there in the workplace. Because employers know how valuable a Massey graduate is. And that's why the people who are from industry are here today. And we appreciate that. The MBS Academic Excellence Awards that you're attending is the 2020 Awards, and it's awarding students for work they completed or undertook in 2019. So each year is the following for the previous year. The first time we held these awards was 2008. So these have been going on for quite some time. We have a number of school awards, and for all of our schools we have a number of recipients here. We have a student from the School of Aviation. I noticed a few of our aviation students here. A tough industry you're going into at the moment, but we'll bounce back, and we'll bounce back quickly. The School of Communication, Journalism and Marketing, the School of Accountancy, the School of Management, the School of Economics and Finance, and Massey Executive Development. The Dean's List Scholars are a group who are in the top 5% of their class. So the Dean's List recipients received an A or better in their course. Now to receive an A or better in your course is very hard. As our academic staff know, we don't give many of them out. So to begin with, they're exceptionally well done. The Dean's Scholars have completed their degree with an A average or better. That's incredible. I can assure you I didn't do that. So the fact that we have some people who have maintained an A average throughout their degree is quite remarkable. So congratulations to those people, and when they come up on stage, make sure we give them a particularly strong round of applause. So we'll get on with the awards. Pleased to see so many people here. I will see you up here shortly. When you come up, what we'll do is we'll shake hands, give you an award. We won't do the weird photo where I lean across you like that. We'll just stand and look at the camera and try to stand close to me, because what happens during the night, I don't know why, but people tend to drift away. You're sort of that far apart. So we'll try to avoid that during the evening as well. All right, thank you.
All right, we will begin the awards part of this evening, and we begin with the School of Accountancy prizes. So you'll see a list of recipients up on the screen, and if this group of individuals will come down and wait here to my left, please, and I'll acknowledge you individually. And I'd like to invite John Chisholm from Campus Books. Thank you, John, to present the first award. So Campus Books is proud to sponsor the Campus Books Prize for 110229 Management Accounting. And this evening this prize is awarded to Ning Wang. And unfortunately Ning can't be here in person, but has asked that Neves Bodika Redmayne accept the award on her behalf. Congratulations to Ning. And thank you very much, John. I'd like to invite Jason Driscoll. That's you, Jason. Jason is from the Chartered Accountants of Australia and New Zealand, and Jason will be presenting the next two awards. And on behalf of the Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand, we wish to congratulate all students at Massey University on their achievements, but particularly those who've been honoured with an award this evening. As a recipient of an award, these students are demonstrating they are well on their way to completing academic requirements to become a trusted leader in business and finance, a chartered accountant. The CA qualification will allow you to gain a worldwide network of more than 100,000 like-minded professionals who are sought after and recognised around the globe for their insight and their knowledge, fresh thinking and skill sets. So the Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand third year accountancy prize, distance, goes to Scott Benson. The Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand third year accountancy prize for the Manawatū campus is awarded to Madeline Ashwin. Thank you very much. Your duties, Jason, are over. And I'd like to invite Adrian van Dyke from Cooper Rapley Lawyers to present the next award. CR Law is proud to be involved with the School of Accountancy and presenting this award for the 155-210 Commercial Law Prize. CR Law has been serving clients in the Manawatū for over 100 years and has a reputation based on experience and dedication to providing high quality, practical legal services. The Cooper Rapley Lawyers Prize for 155-210 Commercial Law goes to Madeline Ashwin. Thank you very much, Adrian. And Lindsay, if you would come forward to present a prize on behalf of the Estate and Taxation Planning Council. The Estate and Tax Planning Council of New Zealand congratulates 3 students, Hongzi Yao, Rick Williams and Thomas Parker. These 3 students had the highest marks in the 110-380 Estate and Tax Planning course. Well done to all 3. Tonight, Hongzi Yao is here to receive his award. So the Estate and Planning Council Prize for 110-380 is awarded tonight to Hongzi Yao. Thank you, Lindsay. And that concludes the awards for the School of Accountancy. And we will now move on to the awards for the School of Economics and Finance. And I'd like to invite Michelle Ashby to present prizes from Cengage Learning. Michelle. I would like to invite Professor Stephen Kelly to award these particular awards on behalf of Cengage Learning. Cengage Learning is a respected and innovative source of teaching, learning and research solutions for the academic, the school, the professional and the library market worldwide. Their vision is to lead a transition from print to value-added digital and custom solutions that deliver innovative products and services. The first prize from Cengage Learning is the Cengage Learning Prize in First Year Microeconomics in Manawatū. And this prize is awarded to Alexander Diamond. The Cengage Learning Prize in Research Methods in Economics and Finance is awarded to Robert Day. And our final award is presented on behalf of the Property Institute of New Zealand. And the Property Institute of New Zealand Manawatū branch prize in property management is awarded to Peter Kendrick. Thank you, Stephen, and congratulations, students. You can return. Now we move to the presentation of the Dean's List and Dean's Scholars Awards that pertain to 2019, the year that we've seen completed. As Stephen's noted, these were introduced in 2008 and they celebrate top-level academic success at an undergraduate level. The Dean's List, the first number of awards we will present, recognise students who have achieved in approximately the top 5% of their classes. Which usually means a grade average of A- or above, for the equivalent of an entire full year of course load. There are 178 Dean's List students nationally. There are 12 Dean's Scholar students nationally, and obviously not all students are with us tonight. We recognise those who are able to. So Professor Stephen Kelly will be presenting each of the Dean's List awards and then the Dean's Scholars Awards. And we will award these in groups of 6 at a time. So just as our first group of awardees has demonstrated, we'll be inviting down a group of you and then we will acknowledge you individually. So could the first 6 students please come forward? The first Dean's List student, Alexander Bagnall. Scott Burnson. Jin B.
Well done, so proud of you. Full-time mom, and full-time working, and
Rebecca Boyd. Matthew Chu. And Robert Down. Would the next group of students please come forward? Michael Ford. Gainsfish. Liam Giltrap. Chelsea Hopkins. Caleb Idimaru. And Harley Keenan. Would the next group of students come down, please? The next student we award is Hope Mocklin. Simone McFarlane. Stacey McNichol. Joshua Morris. Christopher Park. And Alexander Povey. Would the next group of students please come down? The next on our list of Dean's List students to recognise is Zach Rogers. Andrew Smith. Courtney Smith. Alexandra Tompkins. Page Fundament. And Danielle Westwood. Congratulations. And a further group of students, please come down. Please join with me in congratulating Zane Williams. Emma Wells. Denver Wren. Congratulations, Mum. Chan Zhang. Thanks for pronouncing my name correctly. Hayden Osborne. And Shafnoza Khan Jalolova. Thank you. Please return to your seats. Would the following two recipients come forward? These are our final two Dean's List awardees, and I'm going to ask them to linger after they've received their Dean's List award. The first, Natalia Fordas. Benjamin Orchard. Now I've asked these two to linger because I'm now going to announce the winners of the Dean's Scholar Award. As Professor Kelly has already noted, the Dean's Scholar Award celebrates exceptional achievement, an A average across an entire degree's worth of study. And this award comes with a $5,000 scholarship to be taken up for further study with the Massey Business School. So we are particularly proud of our Dean's Scholars. And the first winner of the Dean's Scholar Award for 2019 is Natalia Fordas. And congratulations also to Benjamin Orchard. well done Natalia, well done Benjamin. Thank you so much. So I'm now going to invite, I believe your duties for now are done, Professor Kelly. I'm now going to invite to the stage our MBS alumni speaker for this evening, and that's Regan Thompson. So Regan is General Manager at Black Sheep Design. And he finished his on-campus study here, was it Regan?
Yes.
Yes. Slightly earlier than expected, and he took up an opportunity that was open to him via the internship course.
The Massey Business Internship, yes.
The Massey Business Internship, and joined Black Sheep Design as a project manager.
Correct.
And after only a few years have elapsed, he is now the General Manager. And I've written here in my notes, Regan has seen and done everything that an agency can see and do, which makes the mind boggle. And collaboration and creating awesome things are all in a day's work. Regan, we're delighted that you're here to share with us a little bit about your own journey. So the floor is yours.
Thank you.
Would you like a microphone?
No, I think I'm okay.
Yep,
I think
I
if
think
everyone
you're
can hear me. Fantastic. First off, I'd like to say thank you to the Massey Business School for inviting me to speak today. It's an absolute honour. I was meant to finish my degree in 2016, but I actually, as outlined, I had the opportunity to basically take the perfect position of my dreams at Black Sheep, and so I actually moved to a distance study, graduating in 2018 instead. I'd also like to extend massive congratulations to all of you. Having received the Dean's Award myself, I know the amount of hard work and effort that goes into sitting where you are today, not just for the previous year, but all the years that lead up to it, because it really does stack onto each other. So well done, and especially to Natalia and Benjamin for your Scholars Award. My career has taken a lot of twists and turns. It sounds quite simple to put it in, jumping in from an internship to project manager and then to general manager. But over the years, what you end up finding is that you have to take opportunities and risks and hop out of your comfort zone. And a lot of those elements have basically been introduced from Massey. Is I learned about critical thinking. You learn it initially around the whole idea of interpreting academic works and how you can look into those elements. I then introduced it into my whole personal life of when I had this opportunity to walk away from on-campus learning to a distance study, and that was a massive risk I felt, because working full-time and also studying is quite a hard thing. But I applied some critical thinking skills and went, hang on, what's the opportunity here? Where do I want to go in my life? And what was this opportunity for me? And I went, you know what, this balancing all the different acts was the right choice to make, and to this day I'm really glad I did. And the internship program allowing me to even be in that position was an incredible opportunity, and they helped me learn what the life skills of business are. You know a lot when you're working, when you're at Massey. You learn about your technical field, whether it's finance, marketing, like myself, or management. But what you also get is the confidence to walk out into the world and say, hey, I know what I'm doing and I can help a business, or in my case, many businesses through the agency lifestyle, to be able to go and take on the world. And so what I'll say is be confident when you leave your degrees, go out into the world and really take it on, because what you've got behind you is a knowledge set based on what Professor Stephen Kelly was saying of Massey is one of the best schools in New Zealand, universities in New Zealand for the business school, and it really does count. I have had the honour of going all the way to America to have one of my campaigns released at a farm show in Iowa, which sounds a little bit boring, but it was very exciting at the time. They do things on 10 times different scale. And what we noticed was that what the applications and the things that we used in our campaign, the stuff that I learned in a 200 and 300 level paper here at Massey, actually just down the hall. And what we saw is that we were competing and actually beating, in a lot of instances, a little biased I might add, everyone else on those platforms, and we've been complimented by many of those agencies over there saying, hey, the way you hold yourselves is incredible, and thanks to that we've actually got a few more clients over in America. Unfortunately not going to be getting over there anytime soon. But also closer to home is what you're able to really work in this business community. Manawatū, I hope if you're from here that you manage to stay. It is going to be a thriving economy in the next, well, right now and for the next 5 years. And if you get the opportunities to take a role here, really go in and do that. I'm almost envious of you because of what COVID has allowed. It's changed the business world in its entirety, and I think you all will be able to find opportunities and new jobs that have never been there before, and new ways in which and new outlooks of how to approach business. I know our company has changed in a way that digital focus and digital marketing has gone massive, a massive leap and bounds in the last couple of months. And so all of this culminates in this idea of I'm only confident to stand up in front of these people and be able to provide the knowledge and expertise I can because of the degree I have behind me. It allows you to stand up in front of a room, and I met with the CEO of the wholesaler of the product we were actually selling over in America, and he is the owner of $1 billion enterprise. They flew in on their private jet to Iowa, and people asked, well, weren't you nervous for him? It's like, no, because I knew exactly what we were doing was right because of what I had behind me, and that was thanks to Massey. And so you guys have best knowledge behind you, and you're honestly, I believe, in one of the best situations to be able to come forth and help New Zealand recover. And hopefully it's in Manawatū, but if not, the wider side is there as well. I'd like to extend a handout to anyone, so on our website you'll be able to find my email. Any advice or questions you would like, fire them through and I'll get to them as soon as I can, because I know how daunting it can be jumping into the business world and taking some of those leaps that you might not be comfortable with. But I would say take them, because it took me 3 years to go from intern to general manager, and I was not prepared in my slightest dreams for those moments in my own head. The moment I jumped into them, I knew that with the background I had and the support around me, I was able to do it, and I can guarantee you guys can do the exact same. So, congratulations again, and if you have any questions, drop me an email. I'm happy to help. Cool.
Thank you so much, Regan. I know how busy you are, and I understand you have other commitments that,
Yeah, if that's okay.
that you might need to run away
Is it okay?
Of course, we understand if Regan has to run away. We appreciate it so much.
Cheers. All right.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you all.
We're moving towards the final part of our proceedings this evening, and I would like to invite Professor Kelly to stand once again and present these certificates. We're going to start with the Massey Business School Promising Student Assistance Bursaries. Now, these were inaugurated in 2016, and they're funded from the Massey Business School Development Fund, which is contributed to by individual staff, as well as the Massey Business School and the university. And Massey Business School staff voted that their contributions be used to fund bursaries for deserving students who might be facing barriers to continuing their study. I have the honour of chairing the Development Fund Committee that decides upon the bursary winners, so I can speak at first hand about the calibre of the applicants, about their strong track record, their great character, which is affirmed by character reference, and the grit and the motivation that they show to continue in the face of challenges. So at the end of 2019, the committee was able to award 24 bursaries, and 6 of those individuals are with us tonight. Can I invite these 6 students to come down, please? The first Promising Student Assistance Bursary goes to Shaknoza Konjalora. And to Meka Fa'amanu Mapuilasua. Joseph Froome. Suzanne Pepe. Coral Sibby. And Abby Smith. Congratulations. Thank you, Stephen. I'm going to ask Hayden Osborne and Zane Williams to come forward and loiter down the front here. And I would like to invite Jason Driscoll, who is the trustee of the Ted Delahunty Trust, to present the Ted Delahunty bursaries. So the Ted Delahunty Trust was set up by the late Ted Delahunty in order to provide bursaries to deserving undergraduate accountancy and agri-commerce students in their final year of study. Each bursary has a value of $10,000 per year, and all students studying internally at Massey's Manawatū campus are eligible. This year the Ted Delahunty Accountancy Bursary is awarded to Hayden Osborne. And the Ted Delahunty Agri-Commerce Bursary is awarded to Zane Williams. And thank you, Jason. I would now like to invite Cameron Greenlees from Fuji Xerox. Cameron. To present the Fuji Xerox Global Student Exchange Scholarship. So the Fuji Xerox Global Student Exchange Scholarship, the purpose is to financially assist students who are enrolled in a Massey Business School degree to complete part of their studies at an overseas academic institution through the Massey University Student Exchange Program. 6 awards of $5,000 each were made in 2019. And some students were able to successfully complete their study, and some have put their overseas study on hold for next year. The Fuji Xerox Global Student Exchange Scholarship recipient we're awarding tonight is Samuel Cadwallader. Samuel, I forgot to invite you there. Samuel, come down. Well done, Samuel, and thank you very much. So I'm going to ask Professor Stephen Kelly to do another presentation, a significant one. This is recognising the Massey Business School Business Partnership Award. The Business Partnership Award was launched in 2016 as a way for us to recognise and thank businesses for their support. And previous year's winners have included HP, the Warehouse Group, ANZ, Toyota, CAANZ and the Dominion Post, among others. The award recognises businesses for supporting the Massey Business School mission with respect to student development, student opportunities, sponsorship and research. MBS is proud of being the university that connects academia with business practice, and we couldn't achieve our mission without the support of our business partners. Stephen, you're going to...
Hand this over.
Do you want to speak to the award, or are you happy for me to announce it?
You announce your
I'm
award.
going to announce it. The award this evening goes to Norwood, the Norwood Group, represented tonight by Brendan Kelly and Craig Calland. Could both of you come forward, please? Thank you so much for being here. Now, I understand Brendan is going to say a few words.
Apparently.
Apparently.
Where's Jo? She's going to fidget at 4 minutes. She's my timekeeper. Where are you? Yeah. Cough loudly, Jo. I want to talk to you folk, actually. You folk are important to me, but these folk are really important. First, Stephen, thank you. By the way, even though we're both Kellys, we don't know each other. We're just, Kellys is like the Smiths of Ireland. There's just millions of us. Norwood's a little company based here in Palmerston North. We were actually a Wellington startup in about 1947, and we were dedicated to the leading edge technology of the day, which was tractors. Okay? So in the 70s, we moved to Palmerston North because it was the place to do business. So my first ask of you folk is, as many of you as possible stay in regional New Zealand and work and live in regional New Zealand. I say that as a big city kid who came here late last year. It's a great place. Secondly, follow your passions. One of the reasons I joined Norwood, even though we both look pretty old, at heart, the hearts of the people at Norwood are really young and really, really passionate. Right? And regional New Zealand and regional companies and the regional economy is full of people with deep, abiding passions that they are now releasing to the benefit of New Zealand, well, that they are releasing to the benefit of New Zealand, right? So follow your passion. Third thing, as a company, we are currently reinventing ourselves, just quietly, right? We're still going to carry on selling tractors and big pieces of steel that tractors pull around paddocks and to grow grass and cereals and food crops and whatever. But the collision of high digital technology, high tech, COVID, what an enormously fantastic crisis that has been for New Zealand, because it positions us in a different place in the globe, right? So, and people. So the collision of smart people, smart technology, in a COVID crisis means that New Zealand is uniquely placed to lead the world in socially and environmentally sustainable, high productivity primary industries, foodstuffs, fibres, and things like timber. Okay? So I really hope a whole bunch of you folk stay around, work in primary industry or the industries that support primary industry, whether that is flying top-dressing planes. Please don't hit wires. Top-dressing plane guys, don't hit the wires. It's really bad for you. Or the accounting firms, and by the way, I was really impressed there. The accounting row, you all smiled, and I didn't expect that from you. But stick around and go on that journey that this critically important sector is going to go on over the next 5-10 years, and which should sustain New Zealand for perhaps 20 or 50 years. So that's my ask, is don't get attracted to the bright lights like I did, and do the global, go and do the global tour if and when it opens up. Maybe even do the New Zealand tour. Maybe if you really have to go and work in Wellington for a little while, don't work in Auckland. But what I want is for your hearts and your passion, for as many of you as possible, to stay here in the regions, work here in the regions, and build the New Zealand in the future from the regions. That's my message. Thank you.
Thank you so much, both to Brendan and to Craig, for being here. I'm going to invite Farah to come and give us a brief close, and then I will say just a few final words. But Farah, can I yield the floor to you?
Kia ora koutou. First of all, I just wanted to say how lovely it is to be here tonight, and what well-behaved children there are in the room. I was just thinking how amazing that was. And you know, it is a time to celebrate, so if you feel like whooping as you're going out and kind of really giving the ones that you love and that you've supported through their studies some kind of high five or congratulatory hug, please do. Don't feel hesitant about doing that. This is a celebratory moment. I just wanted to close with a karakia, but before I do that I thought I'd finish with a whakatauki. It's one that I hear often, but I think it really does resonate with tonight's kaupapa. Whaia te iti kahurangi ki te tuohu koe me he maunga teitei, which means seek the treasure that you desire the most, and if you do bow your head, let it be to a lofty mountain. And I can tell that you are not ones to bow your head easily. Congratulations for continuing through the journey that is studying at Massey University and Massey Business School, and I'm sure that you will continue to meet those challenges and go for those lofty mountains. So well done, all of you. I have my notes here because I get nervous. So this is karakia whakamutunga. Kua mutu a mātou mahi mō tēnei wā. Manakitia mai, mātou katoa, o mātou hoa, o mātou whānau, aio ki te aorangi pō Mārie.
So thank you once again to our sponsors, to you whānau supporters for being here. Congratulations once again to all of our award winners. While we're drawing to the end now, it does strike me that we are also at the beginning. Insofar as when Plato said the most important part of the work is the beginning, what we are recognising is not just what our students have completed and achieved, but also what they've embarked upon. And what they've embarked upon is, I believe, a lifetime, a career's worth of success, of goals set and achieved, and of commitment. So, although we are closing, we are also beginning. And we recognise you, we applaud you, and we say, you are embarked, carry on. Don't stop now. You are well begun. So, as our very last act tonight, I would like to invite all of our award winners to move into the centre for a group photograph, which is how we are going to preserve this evening. Thank you to everyone who has been here in support. You can move to the side and admire the photograph being taken, or if you're more comfortable, please feel free to depart to the foyer. But award winners, stick around.